Well, what's up, y'all? We back. It's your boy, Ja. Speaking about Ja, it's
Back with
Sunday.
another banger.
Hey, by the way, I saw well, you and Trey, y'all good, right? You guys were
Yeah,
here
yeah,
last
yeah. Yeah,
I
I
know.
went to kick it with him for his birthday.
Right on, right. Shout out
Yeah, he
Trey,
was
you
out.
watching.
Shout out to my little
Um,
cousin.
but it's Sunday, so because it's Sunday, we'll talk a little bit about one of our most important topics. That's faith. That's faith, right? As men of God,
The,
we go
the
through
most
different
important, you know what I'm saying?
most
That's what you
important thing.
gotta have.
And so I know Ja really needs faith because he doesn't have a lot of it most of the time. So he'd be stressed.
Hey, why you think he got me
He'd
on
be
here
stressed.
preaching to him? He got me on here preaching to him.
You need this. You need it, Ja.
Hey,
Just as
we
much as
all
the
do.
person
We
wants.
we
Wait,
all do, my brother.
that's true. That's
We
true. We
all
all
do.
need it. So, all right. So give me a little bit about your advice or experience about faith. What's some that faith? What does that mean to you? That word.
I feel like faith is like your hope in God, without having like, solid evidence. Like, that God is going to do it for you. You know what I mean? So he tests your faith a lot of times. It's all about trusting God's timing because God's timing is perfect and he's always going to give it to you in the right time. But you got to have faith. You know what I mean? Faith is trusting something that, right? We can't see it, but God knows our plan that he has for us. So that's the faith that you put in God. And once you start losing faith, which happens to all of us, a little bit, because sometimes we feel like, man, I don't know if God hears me. I don't know if God is gonna do it. I've asked him. As long as it's within his will and his plan, have faith and it's gonna happen. That's your faith.
100%. And the thing is about faith is that you know, it doesn't really take, it's not that difficult. I mean, a lot of people say it is. They're like, how can you have faith or how are you okay? Like, faith, I think, brings peace, right? That's why when you have faith, you have
Facts.
peace that
You be
surpasses all
you be
understanding.
scratching without that faith. You be scratching. I'm
Facts.
telling you.
Yes,
I would, like it's just it's a blessing to be able to step back sometimes and just give it to God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, God, I'm going through this, just take it, and you just had that calm and like Izzy just said, that calming feeling of peace where you don't really gotta worry about it.
exactly. And then that's why for people that don't have faith, that don't believe in faith, right? They're always wondering, why is life so easy for people? How do these people go through these obstacles and not be like affected by what's going on around? It all goes back to
Yep.
faith. You know what I mean? And that's
Facts.
one of like I think a good example that always sticks out in my mind is when, Jesus asked Peter to walk out to him on the boat. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. You put yourself in Peter's shoes, you're probably gonna have some doubts. Like, what is this dude trying to get me to do? There's no way I can walk out to
What?
him. I see him out there, but there's no way I can walk out to him. I've
You
never
be like,
seen
God, you
anybody
want
do
me to die? You trying to get me to
it.
die?
For real.
Like, come on.
But
Nah, yeah, facts though.
and the thing is, in the beginning, right? He was walking. When he looked at Jesus and when he called out to him, he had what? He had
Hey.
faith. Because when he walked, he had faith. He was walking to him. He was moving.
And then he started to realize, wait a minute, how is this? And then that starts sinking. You know what I'm saying? He starts sinking. Because why? Because he lost his faith. He couldn't believe it. Once he looked down and saw he's actually walking on water, then that simple thought right there alone was him doubting the power of God. You know what I mean? So his faith was tested right there. So as soon as he was even thinking, once he questioned, how am I doing this? He started sinking. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. That's a good story. It's a great story.
100%. And then you start looking around, you start looking at the storm, the winds, everything. And I think one of the most important things in that story that I think a lot of people forget is that when he started to sing, he didn't die, right?
No.
That's not the end of that story. And that's something that we all go through. We have faith, right? At the beginning, we're going through it, we're walking on water, then we look around, then we start sinking, right? But there's a
Right.
finish. There's a finish. There's a finish to that story. And what is that? Is that when we were sinking underneath the water, God took us out of it. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people forget that. They only just see the water, him walking on water, and then sinking. They fail to realize once you're down there, God will pull you up
Yeah, he ain't gonna leave
because
you. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna.
because the reason being is he would never call you out to him if he did not know that he would, at any point when you went down into the water because of your lack of faith, he would not pull you out.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So that's something
Facts.
that I think a lot of Christians, people of faith, for all you atheists out there watching, you want peace in your life.
Hey,
You
you
want
tripping,
peace.
cuz?
You want peace in your life. You gotta have faith. Faith in Jesus Christ. That's the number one thing. And another thing that always comes to mind is like, as a brotherhood, you know what I mean? For men specifically, right? You always want to have faith in your brothers, being able to be able to support, take care of
Right.
things. But when you're not there, you can have faith that they're going to be able to watch your back.
Right.
That's not common. It's not common.
Not common at all. It's gonna be like a real brother too, like real bro, like no fake, like I mean, there's too much fake in this world, but when they truly got the Holy Spirit, it'd be real, like you know what I mean. So it's fact.
That's true. And what better way can the devil get to you but using the people closest to you, right?
The closest people to you,
I mean, Judas was close to Jesus. He gave,
right,
he gave him a kiss on the cheek. You know what I mean?
right,
So be diligent, always pray, stay guarded in your faith. You got to wear the whole armor, right? The whole armor of God. We play
right,
football. We can't play football without the armor. You know what I mean? I
right.
mean,
And
so
then
we got to
also,
do that.
oh,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry. And then before you finish, I just also wanted to say too, just remember too that we all fall short of the glory of God. None of us are great enough to even stand in His presence. So we're all still learning. We're all still growing in our faith. So I would say, don't be too hard on yourself to the point to where it's like you feel like it's almost pushing you away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be too hard on yourself. Like, just continue to pray that God continues to convict you and work on you. Keep reading your word. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, we all fall short of the glory of God. We all have stuff that we all need to work on. So, you all right, player? Just keep pushing.
Exactly. And do not be afraid to ask for help. You know what I mean? Jesus, when he called out
Right.
to the disciples, he didn't call out one disciple. He called 12 brothers. You know what I mean? They
Right.
went and did their own thing, but there were 12 brothers that they could trust on and rely on each other, right? And so in the same way, as men of God, we got to be able to support each other, man. If not, you're going to sink. You're going to
Yep.
sink spiritually.
Iron sharpens iron, as one man
100%.
sharpens another. So
Exactly.
boom, it's
So,
good.
yes. And so I just want to close on that. Do you have anything else to say for people on this topic, Jared?
Nah, man, just happy Sunday to my bros. You know what I'm saying? To my bros, but that's about it. Like, we out. Or you want to go to the next one? Or
Yeah.
what you want to do?
All right. Next episode, y'all.
All
Peace.
right.